PMAC Movies back for another PMAC Movies haul video here. So I did a Vinegar Syndrome haul, but the only haul video I've had recently was in early June, so it's been close to a month. Tomorrow will be July 1st. So we'll take a look at what I got over the last month or so besides the Vinegar Syndrome haul that I got. If you enjoy PMAG movies, take a look in the description section for ways that you can contribute, help out to the channel, including liking the video, leaving feedback. Always appreciate that, getting some interaction with people. I do try to get back to everyone. It might not be right away, though. Usually when I get some time at work and some free time is actually when I go through and respond to a bunch of the comments. We got some interesting stuff here, including new releases. I've been utilizing Blow It Outta Here for new boutique releases that I'm interested in, so we'll take a look at some of those today. We also have the Vinegar Syndrome subscriber, like that you can subscribe for the rest of the year sale, and they're going to be having different items every day. Last year and early this year, I think they had like a lot of $14 ones that during their half off sales would be like 22-ish, 22, maybe 22.50 or maybe 21.50, something like that. However, I think it's more so the ones that don't sell that great, but you can still get some really nice deals there. So that starts tomorrow. Actually, I guess I believe how it works is they'll put up their new stuff at midnight as far as their brand new titles, but I think as far as the sale ones that refresh daily, that's usually at noon. I'll have to take a look and verify that, but let's take a look at what old PMAC got. So first, I ordered a bunch of stuff from Hamilton Book, like last month's update. I just ordered some stuff for this month's update. I feel like maybe I showed these, but I can't find where in a video I showed them, so maybe I didn't. I don't know, or maybe I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like I did, but if I already did, I already did, but I'm going to show them again. If I didn't already show them, then this will be the first time. Me and Charmy watched this movie. I actually like this one quite a bit. It is Mr. Malcolm's List. This is a decal releasing one. Had a fun time with it. Little British period romance. So, yeah, we like that one. Put that back up on the shelf. That's a fun one. This one, I like the slipcover, but I watched, I can't remember if I even finished this movie. I didn't really care for it much. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's Acción Mutante. I see that this is a 4K, and Arrow is doing like a 4K box set. I think it's of this director's movies, so that's kind of interesting. This is from 1992, 95 minutes. It does have a very nice slipcover, but the way they packaged it caused a pretty big issue there. I mean, that's a pretty significant damage there on the bottom of that. So what can you do? And Hamilton Book is good about like replacing things and stuff like that. Although they say I'd be careful with it now because a lot of their, they'll have like discounted stuff. Like that was discounted a bit. It was still $20, but they'll have brand new stuff. And I mean, you can get it from Amazon or other places. And Hamilton Book is saying, oh, we don't advertise a slipcover. So I can kind of understand that for their older stock stuff or their like closeout kind of stuff, but for their brand new items, I mean, they still sent me a replacement for that, but for their brand new items, they're saying they don't advertise a slipcover. So that's, I mean, you just got to be careful about that. This one also, I think probably all their slipcovers are beat up. This is a really fun movie. My Best Friend is a Vampire. I thought this was underrated. I thought this was better than a fair amount of 80s movie, 80s, you know, this kind of movie. I don't know. It's not, I guess you could say it's got horror elements, but it's kind of just like a fun movie. Had some comedic stuff to it. I thought it was a really good time from 1988, 89 minutes. So I like this one. My best friend is a vampire. Sleepy. Went for a little walk run with Layla this morning and got up at like 5. So usually on Sundays I'll be taking an afternoon nap. I guess it's not even afternoon yet, but I'll probably be taking a nap here shortly. Up next, Phoenix Forgotten. I decided to just kind of throw this in because it was pretty cheap and comes with the digital code. I think it was $5 maybe. This is one that I'd passed on for quite a while, but I was in kind of an indie horror kick, and I like indie horror movies. Threshold, and this one dropped down to like maybe $8 with the slipcover. I mean, it's just too affordable to pass up at that price, although I had passed on it for quite a while. This is one that maybe me and Jeremy could watch, Confessions of a Shopaholic. Little light comedy. Then we got Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things here. Seems like a nice edition of it anyway. Has 2 discs, and it has like a little booklet here. Both discs are Blu-rays. We got a special features disc and the movie disc. And this was, I think this was only $6 here. So I thought might as well grab it. This one looked pretty cool. Shudder original, another kind of like indie horror movie. Blood Quantum. Looks like more of like an action horror type of thing. And then the limited edition of this sold out. And this was a little bit cheaper than I could get from Vinegar Syndrome. It is Undefeatable here. Gotten quite a few of these Cynthia Rothrock movies. This is the 4K. I think this was like $21. So it was just a little bit cheaper, I do believe, than Vinegar Syndrome. All right. So that was my Hamilton book order from like a month ago, because I have another one coming, like I said. Maybe I'll even do a separate video on that. Depends how I feel here this week when I get it. Might be getting it Monday or Tuesday. Or maybe even Wednesday. It seems like it's kind of traveling a little bit slow this time. Let's see. We got a few things from Groove. Let's get those. This isn't Groove. Okay, we got some Target, some Amazon. So from Groove, this was a really good deal. And I had most of their like clearance stuff, but when they have like a closeout clearance, warehouse clearance, or whatever they call it, they had some really good stuff back, I think, in the wintertime. And then some pretty darn good prices here recently. Like I said, I already had most of them. I did not have. The only season of the Dark Materials, his Dark Materials, that I didn't have was season 2. Got it with the slipcover. The digital code is expired, but I paid like with the 20% off code. This was $7 minus 20%, so it was like $5.50 plus tax. It was a bargain. So glad to be able to get that, and I have all 3 seasons. This show, a little bit disappointing to me. I think I did watch, I know I watched season 1. I think we finished season 2. I think. We did not watch any of season 3. Maybe we didn't finish season 2. I'm going to have to look into that and figure that out. But that was cool to be able to get that for so cheap. And then these were 2 for $14 minus the code. So again, these were about $5.50 plus tax. We got BJ Novak in Vengeance, which it was a decent one, nothing great. Probably not worth owning, but I own it for now. And then a Korean movie, Escape from Mogadishu here, which these tend to be high quality movies, these Korean movies, and this is a Well Go USA one. So grab that. So that is all from Groove recently. I did get some stuff from Target from their buy one, get one 50% off. So these were pretty affordable. I got National Security here. I remember seeing this on TV. I never saw the whole movie though. Martin Lawrence, Steve Zahn, a little, you know, relax, you know, just turn it on, kind of relax and watch some light entertainment. This one, it's been a while since I've seen this. I had like a beat up DVD of it. It is The Exorcism of Emily Rose here on Blu-ray. Yeah, just this is an old, looks like this Blu-ray is from 2008 maybe, but yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that. Got it pretty cheap there. Another one I got cheap was Untraceable. Another one, did I really need to own this? No, I didn't. I watched it and it wasn't that great, so PMAC don't need that in the collection, but he has to buy everything. Then I got the Werewolves Within Steelbook. I think this ended up being $13. Again, do I really need to keep this? I need to stop blind buying stuff is what I'm realizing. Fine movie. I gave it like 3 Slippies out of 5, but it's just okay. Just okay. And then this one's probably just okay too, but I had fun with it. It is Fletch Lives here. I got this. I got it for either the same or a little bit less than the current Kino sale. It's $10.99 the Kino sale. Got it from Target for right around that price. I also gave this 3 stars, but it is one I'd want to own. It's got kind of that like 80s charm to it, so I like it as far as that, and to keep it in the collection. So enjoyed that enough. Got the windows open, so the doors are closing in here and stuff. Maybe I should have sorted that out before I made this. Okay, so I'm just gonna organize these a little bit. I got some Amazon stuff. They were matching both the Barnes & Noble 40% off Kino sale, and for some things, the buy one, get one half off. So I got a couple Kino 4Ks that I was not planning on getting, but they ended up being $15. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I really like this movie. I believe the slipcover's been gone for this for quite a while, but still got the 4K of it. I have like kind of you know, the original Blu-ray of it, which is fine for me, but this does have like a lot of special features and stuff on it, and it's a movie that I really like, so got that. And then I also got North Dallas 40, which I really know nothing about, but it was the only one I needed that I could get around that, you know, that $15 price, so went ahead and grabbed that one on 4K. We got, I guess, one more from Amazon. This one dropped to $6 with digital code. It is the Diving Bell and the Butterfly. Sounded like a good foreign drama to me. A good foreign drama. So for $6 with the code, I thought that was a nice beer me. I did order from this online store that's, I believe, out of like Colorado. I forget what they're called. It seemed like they're selling a lot of library products. I should have read customer reviews more before I purchased. But it was like a buy 2, get 1 free, and they were pretty affordable. So it ended up being, I think, like $16 for these. And the main one I wanted was the Recruit. And I did get the Recruit. I changed the case to one of my cases because their case was a little bit beat up. But this was the only one that wasn't a library copy. I think I just had to clean up the disc. Maybe it was a library copy. The disc totally wiped off clean, like it looks brand new. So at least the Recruit is totally fine. However, I got 2 Sony Pictures classics, The Wife and Novitiate, and I'll never order from them again because they sell these like library ones. And if the disc was okay, I could handle this because I could just put the artwork in another case and it would be fine. However, So the disc, first of all, has like this sticker on it. And then the disc on this one isn't bad, but it does have some scuffs on it. Some little dotty things. So the wife is kind of like, okay, but Novitiate is beat up quite badly. They did... I was gonna have to pay for return shipping, I think. And yeah, this one definitely looks like a library disc. It's pretty beat. It'll probably play fine, but it's doesn't look very great. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, I kind of just wanted to try them out and see how it went. I was looking at the Recruit from somewhere else for around $10. And I didn't want to pay that much for it. And then, I'm losing my train of thought. You can tell when I got a movie I'm watching downstairs, and when I go to watch it, I'm probably going to pass right out. But, I guess, they refunded me a small amount. So it ended up being not very much for the other two, if you think about it that way. Moving on, Alliance Entertainment has, I've talked about this before, they have several sites they sell through with different prices, different deals. They sell through Walmart with their deep discount. So deep discount's probably the one that's the most notable, but they also have Blow It Outta Here on eBay. And you can, depending on how you do it, some stuff is more expensive on Blow It Outta Here, some stuff is more expensive on deep discount. And Blow It Outta Here has the deal where if you buy, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3, you get 20% off. So first let's take a look at what I got from deep discount. The prices were a little bit better on deep discount, plus 15% off. So it ended up being a better deal. I did get Sydney Sweeney in Immaculate, which I was able to watch before I got this, courtesy of Joe Masiello. I thought it was an okay movie. Like, it had my attention the whole way. That's saying something. I didn't think it was a great movie, but I feel like it had my attention the whole way. I gave it 3 out of 5 Slippies. I was kind of debating 3.5 or 3, but I think, I'm kind of leaning more towards 3.5 at this point, because I do think that it really held my interest. Sometimes you can get, at least me, I can get really bored with a movie and kind of be like looking at my cell phone and not really following because I'm just bored with it. This one I thought was pretty solid as far as holding my attention. So got that with slipcover. It was quite affordable too for a new release. It was like $11. And then I got Kurt Russell and Kelly McGillis in Winter People, which I also watched. This was also a solid movie. I would say it's probably worth owning. I don't know if it's worth what I paid for it, which I think was like 18 or 19 bucks minus the 15%. So I, paid a little bit for it. Probably, sometimes you just need to live a little. So they were both solid movies anyway. Then we got all the stuff that I've gotten from Blow It Outta Here, which I've combined, various orders here. So they were having, it's buy 3, get 20% off. It was buy 2, and I got the Vinegar Syndrome release of Little Darlings, which it's not the fancy one, but I'm thinking, for the fancy one with the packaging, you're paying, I got this for less than 20 bucks after the code, I believe. This was pretty affordable, less than 20 bucks for the 4K of this. For the one with like the box, it's probably like 40 bucks, or you're paying 15, 20 bucks for the packaging. So I didn't think it was worth it to do that. And then I also got China O'Brien 1 and 2, which got the wide release here this past Tuesday, I think it was. And I got this for less than 30 bucks. Even at 50% off, I think with the packaging and everything, it's probably like, I don't know, $45, $50. It's gonna run you quite a bit more money to get it with the special packaging. So to be able to get this, it was like $29 plus tax or something. I beard China O'Brien, and I enjoyed the first one. Not great, but I enjoyed it. Up next, I combined, which this I found out after I ordered this, that this is actually getting a new release from Paramount with slipcover. I got Double Jeopardy. This is the Paramount Presents line, which it is a nice release. You know, it opens up there. I think that maybe the new one has like the original, the original artwork maybe. But it was on deep discount. It was 20. It ended up being like $18, which was pretty good for it. And then this one ended up being a little bit less than 30, which was good for this Long Good Friday. Although I did start watching the movie and I thought it was quite boring in my opinion. I read like really good things, like it's a great movie. I don't know. To me, it was just boring. I didn't finish it yet. And Double Jeopardy is a fun one, so that was a pretty good one. What's next, PMac? Oh yeah, so this was a couple really good ones. So these are, again, a couple brand new releases. I got American Gigolo, the 4K. Now, I do have the Blu-ray of this. This ended up being a little bit less than 30, maybe like $28 after the discount, 28, 29 plus tax. This is a really great movie. It's a Richard Gere movie directed by Paul Schrader. Runtime 93 minutes. I don't even know what year it came out, but yeah, this is a really great one. So I wanted a nice edition of this, and wanted to get it before it sold out. This one I was like, I don't really want to get this, but I needed another one to go with it, and I got Mute Witness. I had read kind of like mixed things about it. I did watch it on Friday 2 days ago, and I really liked it a lot. I almost said that I loved it. I wouldn't say that I loved it, but I liked it a lot, and I definitely want to own it. Now, this is the 4K. Yeah, I thought this was a really good movie. I thought it was a really fun movie. It's like set in Russia, and I thought it was like, I didn't feel like I was watching something I had already seen before. Like, it had some cool, unique aspects to it. And I thought it was just really entertaining, a really entertaining thriller the whole way. Like, it engages you the whole way. So I highly recommend this one. I got both of these were less than 50% off. This was, I believe, about 24 plus tax. So during a 50% off sale, it would be 25, and who knows when that'll happen. You know, Barnes & Noble has those sometimes, and then Arrow has their own sales. But then the box set deal was buy 3 and still is buy 3. So you have to spend a little money. And I had my eye on one. But I needed 2 more. The one I had my eye on and was close to selling out is the Danza Macabre Volume 2 set from Severin. I already have the first one, which I got from deep discount. Now I have this one. I think it was about $60 after the 20% off, which is, you know, this has a mini series, a 4K Blu-ray combo, and then 2 other movies on Blu-ray. So this is 4 items, $60 with a nice box. It doesn't have like a big book or anything. I forget what's in the actual, because they each have their own case, but I forget what's in the actual cases. I know one of them had like a CD. So I was glad to be able to get that. That was like close to selling out on there. Now they added this next one. The door has finally closed. The wind's really whipping. I don't think it was before I started making this video. It got going a little bit. Now here's the thing. They sent Danza Macabre in its own box, and it was fine. And then yesterday, it was raining yesterday, I put out a plastic bin. The the plastic bin was dry, and so I got the box was delivered, and the plastic bin was still dry on the inside, but the box for these next two was not dry. So I'm thinking the guy just kind of put the box in with his other stuff and was walking around in the rain, and it got wet. And I mean, this is like $150 worth of movie. But anyway, let's take a look at what I got. It did get wet in the box. I got the Game of Clones here, the new Bruceploitation Collection, Volume 1. Now, the issue is this does not have the Severin bonus disc, which contains two other movies. I was looking into that bonus disc, though. It sounds like the picture quality of those two other movies is very poor. They gave them both a 1.5 out of 5, which is way worse than anything in this set that they gave. So, as far as water damage, thankfully, it got wet in this corner. I think there was a little tiny thing somewhere. It got wet in this corner. And it was good that I grabbed it out of the plastic bin and opened it right away and got it exposed to air. Because now it looks, I mean, you can still, if you know that it got wet there, you can see it. But if you didn't know, you wouldn't, like, you'd have to really be, like, staring at it. You can see it, but again, I know it was there, so I can kind of, see it still. But I'll still leave this out. So I left this out so it would be, like, exposed to air, and even put a fan on it a little bit. So it's pretty good. Not too much issue there, thankfully. But it still is a little bit dark there. So I don't know that I've gotten water damage on a movie before. And now this last one is one that I was not looking to get. But it was the only other thing on that really I thought was something that was within reason. It was like $64 minus the 20%. Sounded good. I remember watching the Kingdom Hospital American version. This is the Lars von Trier Kingdom Hospital, the Danish version of it. So this has like 3 miniseries, which one of them being, I think, a somewhat recent one, maybe? I'm not 100% sure, but, this looks entertaining. I remember Kingdom Hospital being quite good, based on a Stephen King book. Either a book or a series. But actually, this is the one I was more concerned about, because it had, like, the plastic over it, and it had a wet spot right here. Right here. And it looked like I was messing with it. It looked like it was inside, so I opened it, and there was no issue. So I guess it was just on the plastic and didn't get in. So that's good. But on the Game of Clones one, I didn't quite notice it right away. But yeah, it got a little water damage right there. USPS. I mean, does USPS have any, like, accountability when they make an error like that? I think there's probably pretty minimal accountability. But what can you do? So everything is safe and sound enough. But let me know your thoughts on anything that I snagged up here in this video. Let me know what you've been snagging up recently. And we will see you next time on PMAC Movies.